Okay, students, let us continue the topic. So last class we have started oxidation of alcohols. So in oxidation of alcohol we have completed oxidation of primary alcohol and oxidation of secondary, and we also completed oxidation of tertiary alcohol also. Let's see oxidation of primary alcohol briefly. Primary alcohols undergo oxidation. Let us take ROH, RCH2OH. It is a primary alcohol. It is undergo oxidation in the presence of any strong oxidizing agent. They form corresponding aldehydes. Initially they form corresponding aldehydes, and these aldehydes undergo further oxidation in the presence of same oxidizing agent. They form corresponding carboxylic acid. This is we have completed. Similarly, it is a primary alcohol, right? Similarly, secondary alcohols can also be undergo oxidation. Let us take it is a secondary alcohol. It is also undergo oxidation in the presence of a strong oxidizing agent like alkaline K-MnO4, acidified K-MnO4 or acidified potassium dichromate. Even in the presence of concentrated sulfuric nitric acid also they undergo oxidation. They form corresponding ketones. So initially they form ketones. These ketones undergo further oxidation. Then there is a carbon-carbon bond breaking. They form corresponding carboxylic acid. But here important is they form the carboxylic acid with less number of carbon atom compared to parent alcohol. Then in case of tertiary alcohol do not undergo oxidation easily at normal condition. However, they undergo oxidation in drastic condition. They form mixture of ketones and carboxylic acid. So this is we have completed in last class. Now let us continue the topic. Now alcohols can also undergo oxidation. So take down, alcohols can also undergo oxidation in the presence of alcohols can also undergo oxidation in the presence of oxidizing agents. In the presence of oxidizing agents like 1 anhydrous. Students, these are important particularly for objective. Anhydrous chromium trioxide. Alcohols can also undergo oxidation in the presence of anhydrous chromium trioxide. They form corresponding aldehydes and ketones, but you never get a carboxylic acid. 2. Alcohols can also undergo oxidation in the presence of PCC. It is called pyridinium chlorochromate. Pyridinium chlorochromate. In short, we call it as a PCC. So what is a pyridinium chlorochromate? Pyridine is a pyridine, and if there is a one hydrogen which is called pyridinium ion and chloro CrO3 minus. So this composition is called pyridinium chlorochromate. So therefore alcohols can also undergo in the presence of oxidation in the presence of PCC. They form only aldehydes and ketones. You never get carboxylic acid. Next is one more oxidizing agent is PDC. Alcohols can also undergo oxidation in the presence of PDC, which is called pyridinium dichromate. Pyridinium dichromate. So this pyridinium dichromate is, pyridinium ion is, just now we have written, it is a pyridine which is having one H plus. It is a pyridinium ion. Dichromate. So dichromate is Cr2O7 is -2. Therefore you -2 you can write here, and it is a 1. So therefore this composition is called pyridinium dichromate. Okay. So this reagent also called Cori reagent. Important. It is also called Cori reagent. Remember, important. So therefore, in the presence of PDC also, primary alcohol convert into aldehydes, secondary alcohol get convert into ketones. Next is the same reaction also possible in the presence of Collins reagent. in the presence of Collins reagent. So what is Collins reagent? It is a mixture of chromium trioxide and pyridine C5H5N. Therefore the mixture of chromium trioxide and pyridine, so complex, is called Collins reagent. Therefore the same reaction also possible in the presence of Collins reagent. In presence of Collins reagent, so primary alcohol converts into aldehydes and secondary alcohols get converted into ketones, but not carboxylic acid. Then last one and most important is Jones reagent. The same reaction is also possible in the presence of Jones reagent. So what is Jones reagent? And it's important. So Jones reagent is, it is a mixture of chromium trioxide CrO3 and concentrated sulfuric acid. So therefore the mixture of CrO3 and sulfuric acid is called Jones reagent. Then this Jones reagent has importance. So particularly Jones reagent can oxidize. This can oxidize, selectively allylic alcohol and benzylic alcohol into 1,2 or alpha beta unsaturated aldehydes and alpha beta unsaturated ketones. So therefore this Jones reagent selectively oxidize the allylic and benzylic alcohols to alpha beta unsaturated aldehydes and alpha beta unsaturated ketones. Okay, so this is about some more important oxidizing agents. Okay, I repeat once again, listen carefully. So these are the some special oxidizing agents. One, anhydrous chromium trioxide. Anhydrous chromium trioxide can oxidize primary alcohol into aldehyde and secondary alcohol into ketone. Then aldehyde and ketone, these aldehyde ketones, further they do not undergo oxidation. The same reaction is possible in the presence of these 5 reagents. That means, so these 5 reagents, that is anhydrous chromium trioxide, PCC, PDC, Collins reagent, even Jones reagent also oxidizes only primary alcohol into aldehyde and secondary alcohol into ketones. It means primary alcohol just convert into aldehyde, secondary alcohol just convert into ketone. They do not undergo further oxidation, which is possible where in case of strong oxidizing agent. Then what is the difference between strong oxidizing agent and this? In the presence of strong oxidizing agent, primary alcohol first converts into aldehyde ketones, where these aldehyde ketones further undergo oxidation in presence of strong oxidizing agent. They will form what? Carboxylic acid. So that is not possible here. It means, so these reagents used to prepare aldehydes and they used to prepare ketone from primary alcohol and secondary alcohol. Let's see some important example. Let us take CH3CH2OH. It is ethyl alcohol. Take PCC, pyridinium chlorochromate. Come on, tell me, in the presence of pyridinium chlorochromate, then this ethyl alcohol just convert into what? Corresponding aldehyde. What aldehyde? 2-carbon aldehyde is acetaldehyde. Its name is acetaldehyde. Next, take another example. It is CH3CHOH CH3. Come on, take here PCC, or you can also take PDC. Right. Then in presence of PCC, PDC, secondary alcohol just convert into ketone. It means, this part, which is converted into ketone. Next, so as we discussed, last one, Jones reagent. So we are calling it is a selective oxidizing agent. Come on, tell me, what is the importance of this selective oxidizing agent? Jones reagent. So Jones reagent, it is a selective oxidizing agent which can oxidize allylic and benzylic alcohol into aldehydes and ketone. How? For example, let us take, it is a allylic alcohol, right? Take one more example is benzylic alcohol. It is benzylic alcohol. Then in presence of Jones reagent, let us take Jr. Here is Jr. Jones reagent. So this Jones reagent can convert this allylic alcohol and this benzylic alcohol into just aldehyde and ketone. Here is aldehyde, and the importance of this reagent is this Jones reagent does not disturb the double bond. Generally, if you take other oxidizing agent may disturb, may oxidize this double bond, this multiple bond. Whereas Jones reagent, so do not disturb or do not oxidize the carbon-carbon multiple bond, carbon-carbon double bond. So therefore, it just convert this alcohol and this alcoholic group into either aldehyde or ketone. Here is primary, no, it is a primary. Therefore, you will get aldehyde. Right? So this is called crotonaldehyde. Names are important. You will get in aldehyde and ketone topic. You just remember. And here is benzene ring is as it is, and this alcoholic group get converted into aldehyde group. This is called cinnamaldehyde. Right? You will get crotonaldehyde and cinnamaldehyde. So these are the common names, not IUPAC name. IUPAC name we will study later in aldehyde topic, how to write IUPAC name, but just remember it is a common name. Okay. So therefore, this is how oxidation of aldehyde and ketone, alcohol takes place. Next, do you remember in last class we have started general reactions of aldehyde and ketone, right? In general reactions of aldehyde and ketones, alcohols, not ketones, general reactions of alcohols, general reactions of alcohol. So there we have written one, oxidation. This is we have completed just now. 2, reduction, we need to start now. 3, dehydrogenation. It is very much important, even particularly for board exam also. Dehydrogenation, not hydration. Hydration is removal of water. Dehydrogenation, removal of hydrogen it is. Next, 4th one is test to distinguish. Test to distinguish primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. This is called Lucas test. Okay. So we need to study in this category these 4 reactions. Among these 4 reactions we have completed now. Oxidation is completely finished. Next is reduction, dehydrogenation and Lucas test. We will study one by one in this class. So let us see. Second one is reduction. Take down. Reduction of alcohols. Reduction of alcohols. Right. So let us take simple reaction. Reduction of alcohols. Alcohols undergo reduction in the presence of HI red phosphorus. HI, that is hydroiodic acid, and in the presence of red phosphorus they form corresponding alkane. So therefore, alcohols undergo, take down, alcohols undergo reduction. Alcohols undergo reduction in the presence of in the presence of HI, that is hydroiodic acid, and red phosphorus, HI red phosphorus, to form corresponding alkane, to form corresponding alkane. So let us take CH3OH, methyl alcohol. It is reacts with hydroiodic acid and red phosphorus. Then tell me what is the product. Here methyl alcohol, no, one carbon alcohol get converted into one carbon alkane, that is methane. You need not write byproduct. Of course you will get iodine and water will get. So in barutte iodine barutte, water barutte, but we need not to bother about byproduct in particularly organic reactions. Okay, we will get only here is alkane. Similarly, if it is a ethyl alcohol which is undergo reduction in the presence of HI red phosphorus, come on, tell me, 2 carbon alcohol get converted into 2 carbon alkane. So like that you can write alkanes. So therefore alcohols undergo reduction in the presence of HI red phosphorus to form corresponding alkane. Okay, it is reduction, second reaction. Next is third reaction is dehydrogenation. It is a very much important. Dehydrogenation of alcohols. Important, many time question was appeared in board exam as well as in NEET and JEE also. So let us say dehydrogenation. So as I told you, D means removal, hydrogenation means it is removal of hydrogen. So therefore the meaning of dehydrogenation nothing but the process of removal of hydrogen. So it is the process of removal of hydrogen, right? So the process of removal of hydrogen from, of course, alcohol. So it is called dehydrogenation of alcohol. And so generally this dehydrogenation of alcohol takes place in the presence of usually red hot copper. Therefore we also call it is a action of red hot copper. So that is red hot is nothing but we take it is a 573 Kelvin temperature. So therefore the action of red hot copper, it is nothing but dehydrogenation only. Now let's see how does alcohols undergo dehydrogenation reaction. Let me explain first primary alcohol. How does primary alcohols undergo dehydrogenation? Right, see here primary alcohols, when primary alcohols are passed over red hot copper, take the red hot copper, then primary alcohols allow to pass over the red hot copper, then they undergo dehydrogenation to form corresponding aldehydes at, of course, 573 Kelvin or 300 degree Celsius. So therefore when primary alcohols are passed through the red hot copper or at 573 Kelvin or 300 degree Celsius, undergo dehydrogenation to form corresponding aldehydes. It means when primary alcohols are passed over red hot copper, they undergo at 573 degree Celsius, they undergo dehydrogenation, they form corresponding aldehydes. So therefore let us take general reaction CH2OH. It is a primary alcohol. This primary alcohol is passed over red hot copper. Even in place of copper, silver also be taken. but in inside textbook given only copper, but in objective and all we use silver also. Therefore, red hot copper, or even you can take silver also, at 573 Kelvin temperature. Then this is undergo dehydrogenation. Students, remove the one hydrogen from here, this OH, and one more hydrogen from CH2. So therefore, what you get are CH2 become CH and this OH become O. You will get corresponding aldehyde. It means primary alcohol get converted into aldehyde. This is a dehydrogenation. Let us take one example. CH3CH2OH. It is a ethyl alcohol. Right, ethyl alcohol, passed over red hot copper at 573 Kelvin temperature. Then what is the product? Just remove the H2, it becomes CHO. Next, one more example. Let us take CH3 CH2 CH2OH. This is a propane 1-ol. It is also primary alcohol. This primary alcohol, it is passed over copper 573 Kelvin. Then remove the hydrogen, one hydrogen from here, one hydrogen from here. Then the product is CH3 CH2 CHO. We will get corresponding aldehyde. So therefore, this is the dehydrogenation of primary alcohol. Next, secondary alcohol. What is the dehydrogenation of secondary alcohol? So secondary alcohol is same, but in case of secondary alcohol you will get ketones. So therefore, secondary alcohols are passed over red hot copper, undergo dehydrogenation to form corresponding ketone. Therefore, write the statement: secondary alcohols undergo dehydrogenation when they passed over red hot copper 573 Kelvin temperature to form corresponding ketone. You will get corresponding ketones, but not aldehyde. Like for example, let us take RCH OH. This is a secondary alcohol. Now which is passed over red hot copper at 573 Kelvin temperature. So wherever copper 573 Kelvin temperature comes, you must remember this is a dehydrogenation. You need to remove just hydrogen. So remove the one hydrogen from here and one more from this HH. Then what is the left? R is as it is. Then C, earlier there is a CH, now it become only C. Then there is a OH is there, it become C double bond O and R. This is a ketone. Secondary alcohols form ketone. Similarly, let us take one example. Take isopropyl alcohol. This is a isopropyl alcohol. When isopropyl alcohol is passed over red hot copper 573 Kelvin temperature, okay, so it forms CH3, C double bond O, CH3. You will get ketone. Its name is acetone. Take down.